Welcome to B.Sc-I Zoology class. So today in this video we are going to study the classification of phylum Coelenterata. Classification of phylum Coelenterata. So in the previous video we discussed different general characteristics of phylum Coelenterata. So the next one is classification. The phylum Coelenterata has been divided into three classes. How many classes? Three classes. So classification. Phylum Coelenterata has been divided into three classes such as Hydrozoa, Scyphozoa and Anthozoa. Hydrozoa, Scyphozoa, Anthozoa. The first class is Hydrozoa. In Greek language, Hydra refers to water, zoos means animal. So most of them are living in marine water, salt water. Very few members are occurring in freshwater body. So hydrozoa are solitary in freshwater. If there is freshwater, they are solitary or mostly colonial in marine. If they are living in marine water, they live in colony. They live in colony, colonial and marine. Sessile means attached. For example, Hydra is attached to a substratum. It is not free floating, free swimming. Sessile and free swimming. Of course, free swimming forms are also there. Coelenterata is an example for free swimming forms of coelenterates, forms of hydrozoans. Okay, so they are either sessile or free swimming. Body wall consists of an outer ectoderm and an inner endoderm separated by non-cellular mesoglea. Because coelenterates are diploid, diploblastic. Okay, they are diploblastic, means ectoderm and endoderm. Two layers are there. In between these two, non-cellular mesoglea is present. So separated by non-cellular mesoglea. This is second one. Third general characteristic of class Hydrozoa is skeleton or horny structure is horny perisarc. Perisarc, outside the body, the calcium layer is formed. It gives protection to the animal body. This is called perisarc. In case of ovarian colony, we can see it very easily. See, outside the polyp, entire colony, the perisarc is there. Perisarc in some forms, while Cenosaur secretes a skeleton of calcium carbonate, forming massive stony structure in other forms. Cenosaur, inside the cavity, inside the body, the skeletal structures are produced, secreted. They are made up of calcium carbonate. In other forms, in corals, they form stony structure. Corals, corals have the skeleton structure made up of calcium carbonate. Stony structure in other forms. Next, most of the members exhibit polymorphism. I told you already. Polymorphism. Poly means many. Morphism, forms. So they may have different forms in their life cycle. Different forms of individuals. Polymorphism with at least two main types of zooids, namely polyp and medusa. I told you. At least two forms are there. Forms of zooids. Polyp and medusa. Polyp is plant-like and it is sessile. It is attached. Whereas the medusa is free swimming, umbrella shape, free swimming. So in case of Aurelia aurica, jellyfish, both are there, polyp form and medusa form. Whereas in Hydra, polyp form is there, no medusa form, polyp form. Many hydrozoa exhibit alternation of generation. Alternation of generation, I told you. Our sexual generation is alternated by the sexual generation. Sexual generation is alternated by asexual generation. Asexual, sexual, sexual, asexual, like that. There will be alternation of generations. Metagenesis. Okay? Sex cells are usually ectodermal, and in origin they are ectodermal in origin and discharged externally. In case of Hydra, testis is here, ovaries here, they are ectodermal. Testis produces sperms, ovary produces ova. Okay, they are discharged outside, and outside the body they are fusing to form zygote. So cleavage is holoplastic. Means entire zygote undergoes cleavage. Cleavage means division. Embryo is secreted called planula larva. Planula larva is there. Therefore, here the development is not direct. Indirect. So planula larva is ciliated larva. It floats freely in water and settles down. Wherever it gets substratum, it develops into polyp. Later on, polyp reproduces by asexual method by producing medusae. Medusae become the sexual generation. They reproduce by producing sex cells, because they have gonads. So these are the few characters of class Hydrozoa. Example for this class are Hydra, Physalia. Physalia is also called as Portuguese man of war. This one is Physalia. Ovelia, they are all coming under class Hydrozoa. So Hydra, Hydra is a polyform. It is attached to the substratum with the help of its middle disc. And so this is the body of the Hydra. Mouth is present here. Digestive system has only one opening, mouth opens into the gastrovascular cavity. Mouth is surrounded by tentacles, very long thread-like tentacles with nematocysts. These tentacles are used for capturing food organisms like crustaceans, small insects, insect larvae. They are captured and taken into the mouth. Okay, so Hydra is freshwater form. So whereas Physalia is marine form. It is marine form. It lives in oceans. So Physalia is called as Portuguese man of war. Why? Because it floats on the surface of water. So it has a cap-like structure. This is called nematophore. Gas-filled balloon-like structure is present. It looks like a hat of Portuguese soldiers. Therefore, it is referred as Portuguese man of war. So Physalia occurs in marine water in the oceans of tropical and subtropical region. It is a polymorphic form. It's a colonial form. It forms a colony with the help of different joints, different forms. So nematophore is there, gastrozoid is there. Gastrozoid has a mouth. So with the help of these gastrozoids, food organisms are taken. Tentacles are there, tentacles with the nematocysts. They are used for capturing food organisms. And they are very long. They are very long, around 1 and 2 meters long. They are 1 or 2 meters. Okay. Gastrozooids are there. Dactylozooids are there. Dactylozooids. All these together form Coeling. Coeling. It is found floating in seawater. Okay. So these are the examples of class Hydrozoa. So the next class is Scyphozoa. Okay. The next class is Scyphozoa. Class 2, Scyphozoa. In Greek language, Scyphos means cup. Zoos means Jewish animal. So cup-shaped animals. Scyphozoa class includes cup-shaped coelentrates. Scyphozoa include large jellyfishes or true medusae or exclusively marine. These are exclusively marine. This class includes jellyfishes or medusae. The medusae are large and umbrella shaped. So these medusae are large umbrella shaped. So the convex surface of the jellyfish or medusae is called ex-umbrella surface. Then opposite to this one, lower surface where mouth is present, that surface is called as oral surface, umbrella surface, ex-umbrella surface. Okay, so here oral surface or umbrella surface. So mouth is present at the center. So these are tentacles, marginal tentacles. Tentacles are present at the margin of the rim of the umbrella. Marginal tentacles. You can see tentaculosis, sensory cells are present, sensory organs. These are oral arms. Oral arms are present on the ventral surface, oral surface of the jellyfishes. So medusae are large and umbrella shaped. They are large, very large umbrella shaped. They are floating. They are floating on the water surface. And polypoid generation is absent. Okay, we already discussed. So I told you the polymorphism is present in coelentrates. Polymorphism. So they have many forms of individuals in their life cycle. At least 2 forms, medusiform and polyform. Polyform is stagnant, sessile, it is attached, plant like it is. Medusa is umbrella shaped, floating. So in some cases, polypoid series are present, no medusae. In some other class, medusa is present, no polyp. So here, polypoid generation is absent. Okay, next, marginal sense organs are present in the form of tentacular system. So here, the marginal sensory organs are present, with the help of which they can sense any disturbance that occurs in the water that can be perceived with the help of these tentacular. So gonads are endoderm. Here, gonads are endoderm, not ectoderm. In case of Hydra, the gonads are ectoderm. In hydrozoans, gonads are ectoderm, whereas here they are endoderm. These are gonads, endoderm. They produce sex cells, and these sex cells are released in the gastrovascular cavity. From the gastrovascular cavity, they are released out through mouth. Okay. So that's about the general characters of class Scyphozoa. Example: Aurelia aurata, rhizostoma. So this is Aurelia aurata, jellyfish, commonly known as jellyfish. So it has the two surfaces. This would be like this. This would be like this. Convex surface is the ex-umbrella surface. This is sub-umbrella surface or oral surface. This is concave surface. At the center of this concave surface, mouth is present. Here, mouth is present. This mouth is surrounded by four oral arms. Okay, with the help of oral arms, they capture food organisms and the food is pushed into the mouth. Later on, the food is digested extracellularly as well as intracellularly. Okay, so this is mammalian, center of which, see, the concave surface mouth is present. This is surrounded by oral arms. These are oral arms. Okay, that's about the class of Scaphozoa. Next, class Anthozoa. In Greek, anthos means flower, zoos animal, flower-like animal species. Okay, so members of this class include sea anemone and corals. Sea anemone and corals. Sea anemone is scientifically known as bacteria. This is known as bacteria. This also looks like hydra, but hydra is very long, slender. It is very short and broader than the width. Mouth is present at the distal end. It is surrounded by tentacles. Number of tentacles. So tentacles, when you open, it looks like flower. It looks like flower. Therefore, this class is called as Anthozoa. So they are exclusively bodied and polypoid. They are polypoid, not medusoid. Polypoid. Medusoid generation is absent. Medusoid generation is absent here in this class. Whereas in Scaphozoans, the polypoid stage is absent. Polypoid generation is absent. Whereas here, polypoid generation is present. Medusoid generation is absent. They are solitary or colonial. Gastrovascular cavity is divided completely or incompletely by septae or mesenteries. So the gastrovascular cavity is not, it is not entire. It is further divided by completely or incompletely the septa. These septa are called as mesenteries. So the gastrovascular cavity is partitioned by the presence of septae or mesenteries. So skeleton is either internal or external. So this skeleton is made up of calcium carbonate. Deposition of calcium carbonate makes stone-like structure. These stones, they are heaped one above the other to form coral reefs. These corals are used in preparing ornaments, strings, ornaments. So sea anemone and the corals come under class Anthozoa. This is Astia. Brain coral is there, fungus coral is there, Pangaea. So different types of coral. All corals come under class Anthozoa. Okay, with this we have completed classification of phylum Coelenterata. Thank you.